Joe Biden is running for re-election. He has my vote, and I predict he is going to win. In his campaign video, Biden emphasized liberty.
The question we're facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer.
Biden is clearly drawing a vivid contrast with Republicans who only seem capable of nominating an extremist, with the most likely scenario a rematch with disgraced, twice impeached President Donald Trump. If Biden and Trump go head-to-head, it would be the first time that the same nominees faced each other in consecutive presidential races since 1956, when Dwight D. Eisenhower defeated Adlai Stevenson for the second time. Here's my advice. Republicans are nuts if they nominate Donald Trump again. What has Trump done to attract moderates since leaving office? Unless you think getting fingerprinted in jail for botching a hush payment to a porn actress is going to help win over suburbanites, or dining with anti-Semites and white supremacists will help in swing districts. In the same way Americans preferred no-drama Obama, they will vote for no batshit Biden, contrasting him with the insane policies and pathologies that come with the chaotic Donald Trump. A New York Magazine article captured the potential race in a headline saying, "Old beats crazy." Yeah, they're right. Any potential Republican presidential candidate will have to contend with the albatross of abortion. Wacky right-wing abortion zealots in the GOP will force any GOP nominee to embrace the most radical position on reproductive freedom. This alone will cause any potential Republican to lose to Biden. By far the most powerful argument in favor of Biden running again is the advantage of incumbency. The New York Times explained, across more than 230 years of American history, 26 presidents have run for re-election after a full term and only 10 have lost. A mere 4 have lost in the past century. Those unlucky 4 were Herbert Hoover in 1932, Jimmy Carter in 1980, George Bush in 1992, and Donald J. Trump in 2020. In the case of Hoover, he caused the Great Depression and presided over Prohibition, which was very unpopular, especially during the Great Depression when people wanted to drink, right? The first President Bush famously said,
"Read my lips. No new taxes."
Then Bush was elected and raised taxes, upsetting conservatives. He led the country into a recession, and independent Ross Perot got 19% of the vote, possibly handing the election to Bill Clinton. Jimmy Carter lost because of the Iran hostage crisis and a stagnant economy with 8% unemployment. Trump was defeated because of his polarizing personality combined with disastrous COVID policies that caused more than 200,000 American deaths on his watch. Without some unforeseen calamity, history is on Joe Biden's side, and this makes him the Democrats' safest bet. Finally, Joe Biden is a consequential president with real accomplishments to show the American people. Here is an example in the New York Times of how Biden's forward-thinking policies are jumpstarting America's economic future. The Times wrote, quote, "In an effort to make electric vehicles more affordable, last year's Inflation Reduction Act included tax credits that give American automakers like General Motors and Tesla an advantage over foreign competitors. A total of $135 billion in government funds will be directed to vehicle electrification and new factories." In the same way he's helping the electric car industry, Biden is greatly expanding and bringing microchip and semiconductor factories back to the United States. Biden passed a $1 trillion infrastructure law to rebuild airports, bridges, ports, and roads, while Trump embarrassed himself with numerous infrastructure leaks that became a laughingstock. Plus, Trump's sabotage of key safety regulations continue to haunt the nation. Biden stood up to Putin's aggression in Ukraine and reinvigorated NATO. Meanwhile, Trump repeatedly and inexplicably kissed Vladimir Putin's ring. Other Biden accomplishments: a $1.9 trillion COVID relief package, significant investments to counter climate change, decreased prescription drug costs for senior citizens, and medical treatment for veterans harmed by toxic burn pits. Biden is a statesman who has achieved significant victories for America. He deserves a second term, especially when all Republicans offer is the return of a toxic political burn pit known as Donald J. Trump.